We right now are on the precipice of an extraordinary transformation in technology. I honestly think this is probably the best moment that Bitcoin has had to date. If it has a better one, then it's going to be a hell of a ride. So behind me over here is the British Museum, and inside of it is the world's first money. And it was made in the year roughly around 650 BC in the country of Lydia, which is modern-day Turkey. We're about to begin an amazing adventure. We are going to use the world's newest and most innovative form of money to go back to the place where money was first born. This is a map of the ancient empire of Lydia, where money is said to have originated. If we look at it on a map, we're here in London, about 1,600 miles away. So I've picked a couple of flights at cheapbear.com. They accept Bitcoin and a few other alt currencies. And now if I come down here and say I'd like to pay with Bitcoin, and let's go to BitReserve. I have some Bitcoin, I have some dollars, and down here we have our new gold money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the money that I'm currently holding in my dollar card, and I'm going to transfer that to my brand new gold card. Now you see I have roughly about half an ounce of gold that is actually sitting in a physical location in a vault. We're going to go to my gold money, we're going to send, and I'm going to get the total amount of Bitcoin that I owe them. And now that's gone instantly. And I now hold a round-trip ticket buying with gold converted to Bitcoin to return to the very home of the innovation which started all of this off in the first place, the invention of money. This is amazing. This probably is the first time someone has actually bought a plane ticket with gold. It demonstrates the real power of Bitcoin. Now I'm just excited to go back to see where it all started.
The most important characteristic is that gold preserves purchasing power over long periods of time. So for example, an ounce of gold today buys the same amount of crude oil it did in 1950. Today you can buy a man's suit for an ounce of gold. A Roman senator could buy his toga for an ounce of gold.
What is it about this yellow metal that makes it so special? The fact it's chemically inert, it resists oxidization, it's fungible. The gold in my ring is the same as the gold in Fort Knox. These are things that Bitcoin does have in common with gold. One Bitcoin is identical to another Bitcoin. You can divide it up much like you can gold.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Wow. If you've not, that is amazing. So this is the form of gold that BitReserve will be holding. How much does this weigh?
It's about 12.5 kilos.
So it's about 25 pounds for this, 30 pounds.
I don't think right now it's very easy for people to hold gold as money. So I think this is innovative.
Nobody runs very fast with these, do they? These are not made for sprinters.
You have to train first.
Yeah.
Gold's strength is that it's something corporeal. You can put it in your hand and feel it and touch it and carry it around with you. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, its strength is that you can't pick it up in your hand.
When you send gold, you have two choices. You can send this, or using BitReserve, you can store all this gold on your iPhone and still weigh exactly the same amount.
I'm not going to bet against several thousand years of history and say that gold's going to be going out of fashion anytime soon.
You know, I think the two are complementary, and I think ultimately the mix of gold and cryptocurrencies is going to change the way we do global commerce.
The first day of the trip, we went to Sars, which is actually the home of money. The first coins were struck there. The first gold was pulled out of a stream from there that was used to make these coins. As we all know, King Midas had the unfortunate gift to turn everything that his hands touched to gold. And when he decided to have that power unwound, he was told to bathe in the stream. The Lydians believed that that's actually where that first gold had come from, that minted the first coins. It's the full circle. To go to the place where all of this started is such an extraordinary experience. So this is the commercial part of the city. So these are the stores along Main Street. It was ultimately the adoption of money which allowed commerce to flourish. Today we're going to the Kimirelti Market, which is a famous open-air market in Izmir. It is the historical successor to these stalls that we saw in Sardis. You see in a couple of snapshots how money has allowed goods and services that we can buy and have access to explode. Wow. Wow, they must sell a huge amount of stuff here every day for all these fresh vegetables, and it really is virtually everything. Money's gone through a bunch of different transitions over the years, and we've gone through a sort of electronic transition, which is in the form of credit cards. That transition has put a whole bunch of middlemen in the middle of money who now make money off of the exchange of money. And I think what's great is this next stage is about removing the middlemen, and it's about putting money back into the pockets of shopkeepers like the thousands that are in this open-air market. So do you charge more money for cash than for credit cards?
If it is cash, better for us because they're taking commission,
Imagine that there was a card
you're right.
that it had no cost, that you swiped it and you got all the money.
Of course. There's something like machine, we use that machine. We don't use the other commission machine,
It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
What's cool to think about is that we may be bringing all of these thousands and thousands and thousands of vendors the ability to transact more easily, more quickly, more safely, and at no cost. And that's changing a set of businesses that have been around literally for thousands of years. Innovation is about to arrive in places like where we are right now. Well, when we decided to do the gold card, we realized that we were tapping into something that's been around for really as long as man's been talking about money. We've seen huge amounts of innovation, but then there's a strand that has run through time and space of gold as a common denominator in the world of money. Our dream is that Bit Reserve has the same profound effect on money that money had on commerce by delivering a similarly disruptive way for commerce to occur. We can be, in terms of innovation, somewhere close to the initial innovation of money itself.